So just to summarize, I will run you through the CBAM checklists that we have put together, and hopefully you can take these away and use them as a tool to help you get your business ready for both the EU CBAM and the UK CBAM. So if you are an exporter to the EU, 5 things that are really critical for you to have ready to support your customers comply with the EU CBAM regime are a list of all your in-scope exports and who's buying them. Engage your customers on data collection. So ask them, do you have a template of requirements that you need me to fill out? Make sure that you've contacted all of them, ideally by the end of this month, because they're going to have to start reporting in earnest in January. And so now is the time to close any data gaps. Make sure you understand the embodied carbon of all of your goods. And so what I've seen is companies setting up internal reporting structures on this so they can be updated as you do things like your streamlined energy and carbon reporting. Try and fit it in with existing reporting requirements. Try not to make it an additional extra task. Clear documentation of all ETS payments or any other payments that you've made so that you can share that with your customers. And we're advising people to get an EU CBAM compliance statement put together. So just like today, a lot of websites you go on will have a modern slavery statement showing that the company is compliant with UK's anti-modern slavery legislation. You can have an EU CBAM compliance statement on your website, and that will make it easier for new customers to find you. It's quite likely that a lot of smaller exporters to the EU will just stop because this is additional cost, additional faff. And so by advertising that you're CBAM ready, you might be able to pick up new business. And then from the perspective of importers to the UK of in-scope products, similar advice, make sure you've got a clear register of all in-scope imports, who you're buying them from, typical import quantities, and then register with HMRC when that system goes live, which will likely be in 2026. Pull together a template of information that you need from your suppliers, showing their embodied carbon, the precursors, the types of carbon liabilities paid, and make sure that you start sending that out to your supply chain in 2026 so that they have time to identify any data gaps and rectify them ahead of 2027. And then a process should be put in place. For many businesses, this is something that's going to sit in the finance department, and it's just important to make sure that the people sat in that department understand what they need to do and how this fits in with existing reporting and tax requirements, because you don't want to be reinventing the wheel. You don't want to have the finance department and the sustainability department both working on exactly the same thing and duplicating efforts. You want a single process for your business. And 2026 should be the year that you get this ready and in place so that in 2027 it's all smooth sailing.